Yes. Hello. It is Bilal Balcı, and I'm presenting my interactive narrative final project. I have a subject, which is my wife, Fidan Yalçın Balcı, and at first I took her gamer motivation profile, and the survey actually marked her as an architect and a gladiator. So it says that she's in dedicated and hardcore gaming, which I believe it is not right, but I will get the conclusion after this. So the survey thinks that she is an achievement and she has a high point on mastery and she's more into excitement than the destruction. She's not into competition or community much, which is true. Um, she's really into strategy, and I believe it is true, but there is a different kind of strategy she's really into. So the survey might be in fault a little bit, and she has a completion point very high. And in designing, she's more like to design rather than discovery. And this would cause us a little bit problem in the game. And more fantasy and story. And so I have chosen the game Portal. So Portal first released in 2007, and it's published and designed and developed by Valve Corporations. And so it is a classic game, so well-known classic game, which has a really good Metacritic scores, and it has a 9.2 user score and 90 Metascore critic reviews. So its interesting mechanics in Portal is you are able to creating portals with your gun. So you have only one gun. This is a portal gun, and you are able to open portals and walking through that portal entrance and walking out of the exit. And you can carry obstacles through some portals or throw them into the portals. And you can change the direction of some projectiles. So it is needed to solve some puzzles. So you are actually manipulating the projectiles as well. And you can also beat the gravity to use portals and reach higher or further places while you're getting more momentum on this portals that you create. So I want to show you some of the Fidan's gameplay and I will make some comments on it. It is the very beginning of the gameplay.
Merhaba. Bugün Portal oynayacağız. Hiç oyunu oynamadım. Seveceğimden de emin değilim.
She says that she will never play the game before and she's not sure if she's gonna like
Oyunlara
it.
karşı inanılmaz önyargılı biriyim. Yanımda Bilal var. Bilal'in deneyine denek oldum. Gurur duyuyorum.
Game has started here.
Kapandı. Az önce açılmıştı halbuki. Şu ne? Bir şey diyor. Oraya çık diyor. Kafana bir şey ne?
So she just, as you see in here, she just misunderstand some signs in the floor. So it might be, first of all, Fidan is not a hardcore gamer, and she's haven't played any FPS games before this game. So this might be my my wrong to choose this game for Fidan, and she had no about anything about the game, and just I put her in the computer and I said that okay, just let's play this, and yeah, let's go.
Geldim. Kafama bir şey düşmesi beni biraz rahatsız etti. Burada da bir şey var. Hep başıma bir şey gelecekmiş gibi. Boğulabilirim.
She's worrying about what it might be, and she doesn't know what the game's about and what it would come out And
Olabilirim. Düşebilirim. Düşebilirim. Bir tane alet.
in here, actually, this I just put it in 4 times faster because of the limited time in this presentation. And she's trying to solve that puzzle, but she didn't really get the how portal works. So I will mention it in conclusion.
Yes.
She's just trying to create an open, create a portal in everywhere, and she's trying to find the solution by luck actually in here. One more thing, she's trying to open a portal near that floor windows, so she think that she might get into it. So we can understand that she's not really getting to what portal made for in here. She's set for just breaking the camera in there. Yeah. Also, in here, we have a problem about just opening the. She's also confused on. I'm sorry. She's also confused about how to manipulate the projectiles in here. This is the first time she get into a projectile puzzle, and she's get confused in here as well.
Please be careful. Unbelievable. You.
After some time, I had to come and help her to solve that because she just wasted like a 10 to 15 minutes in here. So I think the for the good of the experiment, actually, I had to help her.
Subject name here. Must be the pride of. Subject hometown.
Of Bilal, çok sinir oldum. Evet. Bence hiç güzel değil. Ben çok sıkıldım.
She says that she's so bored about the game and it's not a good game to her.
Böyle bir oyun oynamam. Beni bırakırsanız.
And she will never play this kind of game in her free time.
Asla. Böyle bir
Never.
zaman kaybetmem. Çünkü şey de anlamıyorum şu anda. Amacımın ne olduğunu.
She says that she didn't really understand what the aim in this game, what the goal for the game. I mean, she doesn't like mysteries too much. After some time, in videos I saw that she's really figured out the projectile manipulation, and as you see in here. So I'm thinking that the game might not be clear enough to show this. Or I mean, as you see, as her first trial, he figured out a complex projectile manipulation puzzle in here. In this part, you need to manipulate the gravity while using the puzzles, but the game is actually not showing you any example before this level. So if you are an experienced puzzle player, and you'll figure out that, but it made a problem on Fidan. And also she says that she's not really good into physics, so manipulating physics, it was really hard to her. She had to jump through the portal, and then she would come from the one in the top, and then she needs to get into the portal again to get speed and force, and then she will be able to have enough force to get the other side of that glass. Actually, basically she's doing the right thing. Oops, sorry. But she couldn't jump into an other portal again. And this is important, I guess. It actually shows that how to do and solve that puzzle in the floor. But as you see in the beginning of the video, she's not really, they are not clear enough for her. Yeah, this is how she plays the game so far. So, and there were too much footage, but I didn't take it because it should be in 15 to 20 minute presentation. And now, interpreting Fidan's game experience according to her gamer motivation profile. So Fidan is not a gamer. Fidan's gamer motivation profile, she doesn't fit with her. The profile thinks that Fidan is a hardcore gamer and focusing on mastery, but the video shows that she doesn't care about mastery on this game. So she also mentioned on video that she would not care to finish the game if if I wouldn't record her. So completion point of the motivation profile, I think it is fails as well. It says that 88%. She's a completion. She has a completion point of 88. So I think it's not valid for this one. And she also told me that she's really bad on physics and the game selection was not suited to her. But I thought Portal was a nice game to check strategic mindset without competition or destruction, which she had very low points on them. So I was thinking on this side. How would be Fidan's gamer motivation profile? So what it would be. Motivation profile is not completely wrong, but needs to be more specific. So, she does like strategy on games, but more likely creating her own strategies into games. So, not following the games, not to do and what you call that, not to do a strategy in games manner, but she wants to create her own strategies in a game. So that's my wrong to choose this game maybe. So Portal is a linear storytelling and puzzle solving game. So it is impossible to create your own strategies here. So you need to find the strategy to pass that sector and that scene. Also profile says that she has a high completion points, but this is valid on what she can create her own strategies. So if she would be able to create her own strategies, probably she would be into that completion. So maybe this game motivation survey should be more specific in these fields. They're kind of generalize the person in here. So what is most fun for Fidan? She says that game is not suited to her, so game wasn't fun at all. But the being part of this final project was fun, and she experienced the gaming while recording the first time in her life. She never recorded her games before. And what is the most boring? At the very first moment, she realized she never played an FPS game, so it was challenging to her to use the keyboard and the mouse at the same time, and she wasn't able to direct the protagonist as she liked, and this was boring to her. Other than that, she's not really good on physics, and she's stuck bad on the puzzles, so she get bored in there as well. And gameful evaluation of the game. So the concentration points and challenge points, as you see there, actually I'm more like the physics person. So I'm a civil engineer and I'm into the maths and physics. So I like the game more than Fidan, obviously, as you see in here. But I also gave the game some low points as like clear goals and as like the player skills. For example, the game has no choice for an easy, medium, or hard. So there's only a puzzle game, so it's not suited to everybody actually. Feedback system is okay, but if you die, you die, and if you pass the puzzles, you pass it, and feedback's no problem here. So she didn't like mystery in the story. And she told that I don't know what mind came up and I don't know what is the goal in the game. So actually it is kind of the mystery storytelling. So she doesn't like it. And she doesn't like the AI character, director. She says that not clear actually. That's why she didn't like the AI character. And the guess evaluation by Fidan is I took the average score of 2.8 out of 7, by the way. So what is unique in this game about storytelling? Storytelling in this game was not interactive. There is a linear story, and the unique part is actually tutorial, and directs are implemented in the storytelling. So the tutorial was your test subject. So tutorial, it was the part of the story, so I like it. Actually, in these games, this kind of games, you get the tutorial and you get the storytelling, but in this one you take them in the story, so implement it in story. I like it. So my proposed interactive narrative framework. So there are 3 modules, and player assessment and analysis modules. It observes the actions of the player, such as waiting times in each sector, and logs that time and how many times they waste. Log that time waste data from movements and AFK situations. So if she's away from the keyboard, it will not be logged. But if she's trying to do something, that time should be logged. And it also needs to count and portal numbers that player created in each sector. So we have that information holding module in here. And then store planning module will get real-time data on average sector finish times from server. So if they are online. And collects that data from the assessment modules and calculates player motivation and skills during the game in each sector, and also creates a new narrative feature in the game called Ghost View or Ghost Player. So the game shows the player how to solve the puzzle by showing them a ghost player, and narrative will tell it as it was the vision of one of the previous test subject, since it is you're a testing subject in the game. And it directs to scene management module and the gathering information from the assessment and story planning modules, and shapes the scene according to these information. So it will take the information from player assessment again, because you need to know what are the data in the local, and story planning modules will take the data in the server and it will combine them. Then scene management will do the action in here. When get the signal of player is stacking on a platform, and it will show him or her a ghost view of the solution. And the players need to be a little bit more directing in here. And it arranges the right time to show the ghost player based on information taken from the assessment modules and directions from the story planning module. And it will be affecting the game world. So this is my proposed interactive narrative framework that solved that problem and will make this game for everyone. So for even beginners, we'll be able to play this game without boring. And these times might be tuning a little bit. For example, in some puzzles it might be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but it is really boring to just stuck in a puzzle and have no choice to solve it. It needs to be a little bit directions in here, I believe. So, thank you for listening to that presentation. And this was a good experiment, and we learned a lot, and we had fun. Actually, I had fun more than Fidan. It was a good experience for us. Thank you for that.